Mike Roberts, Lamar Simpson, and Jenna Renault, who will toss it in the air for the Spiders. Jenna making her first ever appearance at the Robins Center. And we are underway. Richmond winning the opening tip. Spiders will have an opportunity to fire up the game's first shot, shooting 46% from the floor, averaging 77 points per game. And Hofstra opens man-to-man. Scott wouldn't be surprised to see them go to a little zone at some point tonight. They did last year. And the Spiders turn it over on their opening possession. Isaiah Wilson called.
Last year when Hofstra came in with the win, I think Coach Claxton's probably got a little pause, though, just the way the Spiders are shooting the three ball this year.
Yeah. Speedy Claxton, first year as the head coach at Hofstra, probably their all-time greatest player and former assistant coach. And there's Kayvon Kramer with the first points of the game on the CAA All-Rookie team last year.
Yeah, probably a good thing, too, that Speedy Claxton isn't allowed to play this game because he probably would still be good for about 20 points.
Over 2,000 points in his Hofstra career, went on to play in the NBA. Isaiah Wilson rattles that one around the rim and out from in front of that Hofstra bench. The Pride shooting 44% from the floor, average about 72 points per game. Both teams like to shoot the threes, as Scott mentioned. Each has averaged 11 three-pointers made per contest. This is Dubar from the corner, and it's quickly a 5-0 Hofstra lead.
Yeah, Bob, this is going to be the challenge, too, with this small ball lineup. They're going to stretch and bring Golden out away from the middle, dribble drive, kick, penetration. We've got to be able to handle that on the defensive end.
And that's kind of what the Spiders wanted to do, except Grant stumbled and fell, and at the other end, Dubar with a reverse semi-dunk. And this is certainly the start that Coach Claxton wanted and not the start that Coach Mooney wanted. But a long way to go. We haven't even played 2 minutes yet. Tyler Burton off of the 30-point performance. He was fabulous Saturday at Drake. What a fabulous pass by Jacob Gilliard to Nathan Kao for the Spiders' first points.
Great to see Kao on the board early. He's been struggling offensively to start the year. You can always count on him on defense. Get a couple buckets early, see it go in the hoop. That's a big confidence boost for him.
In the last 3 games, Nathan Kao just defense, which, Scott, has been a point of emphasis in the last couple of games for the Spiders.
Yeah, listen, all the pieces are there for this to be a great defensive team. They've got length, they've got quickness, they've got size. They've just got to put it all together for a full 40 minutes, and that's what they're going to need if they're going to be a top team in the Atlantic 10.
Golden's a great big man passer, and he showed it there, and Nathan Kao is off to a great start with back-to-back layups. He had only 2 points in the game against Hofstra last year here at the Robins Center, so he's already surpassed that. That is a deep 3 from Jalen Ray, and no surprise that one went down. He is now 12 of 21 from beyond the arc. Fully recovered, it appears, from the ankle injury that kept him on the bench for their first 2 games. Tyler Burton fights for the ball inside. And a foul, offensive foul on Tyler Burton.
The post, they're going to give that benefit towards the smaller guy when he's down there. Just got to control that body a little bit better. Tough call to start it off.
Aaron Estrada, a little off-Broadway acting there, perhaps, huh? But that's part of it, right? That's how you get those calls. Estrada averaging 13 points a game, 10th in the CAA. Zach Cooks, the transfer. Wow, what an off-balance 3 he just hit.
And you know what, though, Bob? That was good defense by Wilson. That was just a better shot, and these guys are just full of confidence right now. That wasn't bad, though, defense by the Spiders.
Hofstra's jumped to a 13-4 lead. Golden is fouled.
And that's a great move. That's what you want to see with Grant Golden. Even up at the post, he's going to have some.
All weekend, they've had an opportunity to practice a couple times here at the Robins Center. Gilliard to Golden on the inbound, and a nice turnaround jump hook by Grant. His first points, averaging 18-8 a game, shooting 65% from the floor. That's Estrada. And another corner 3, and Dubar rolls it around and in again. So a 10-point lead for Hofstra. Equals their biggest here in the first half. Before the first media break, which is coming at the next whistle. Burton around the rim and out on his first three, and Estrada, who averages 7 rebounds a game, has that one in a hurry. Cooks takes that three and missed it, but they are scrappy. And underneath the basket, a block shot by Golden, but a second opportunity for Kramer, and he puts it in. It was Grant Golden's 113th block shot, ties him with Justin Harper for 8th on the Spiders' all-time list, but Hofstra got the bucket out of that. KO tied up underneath. That'll be a held ball, which will belong to Hofstra. They have been
ready to shoot that three. They're coming out to a great start. Your coach Claxton can't hope for a better start than what they've had. Now it's time for the Spiders to respond.
Coach Mooney knows it has to start on the defensive end. First change for Richmond today. Connor Crabtree is in for Isaiah Wilson. So the Spiders go bigger there with Crabtree at 6'6". That's an air ball three from the top of the key from Darlin Stone Dubar. He thought maybe it got deflected. The Spider crowd says air ball. Gilliard off the heel of the rim. And the rebound for Dubar. He didn't let the air ball bother him, did he?
Nope, not at all. And you can see Richmond's getting shots that they want. They're good shots. That was a good open look from Gilliard. They're just not falling right yet, but they've got time. This is early.
Knocked away by Golden, picked up and missed by Kramer, and here come the Spiders. Kind of interesting tonight, Scott. Chris Mooney for the last year and a half, the first sub has been Matt Grace for Grant Golden. Before the first media timeout, that has not happened tonight. Golden has stayed in the game. The first sub, as we mentioned, was Crabtree. Burton, clean look at a three, too strong. And the rebound for Kramer, who had a dozen points here last year in 5 rebounds. Now Zach Cooks averaging almost 20 points per game. That three is missed by Ray, and here come the Spiders. So they've cooled off since that first break, but still lead by 12. Gilliard whips it to KO. Nathan to Burton for 2.
Great look by Nathan KO. You can see some aggression coming from him. He's got some confidence from those 2 first buckets. Tyler Burton just got to be aggressive. He got to be the man to take over today.
Yeah, KO's been getting his share of assists. That's now 11. And that's going to be an assist and a slam dunk for Kramer. And Hofstra answers right back with a 20-8 lead. This is a Hofstra team that went 13-10 in the abbreviated season last year. Golden finds Burton for the layup.
Another great aggressive move from Grant Golden up at the free throw line, extended. He's a great passer. He's got guys who are 6 feet tall guarding him up there. Easy pass into Burton.
Spiders, I think, will continue to pound it in the paint. We'll keep an eye on those in the paint numbers tonight. They should favor Richmond if the Spiders are going to be successful. And that was pretty good defense by Crabtree there, and still the bucket by Aaron Estrada.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to tip your cap, Bob. That was a great offensive move. Good defense by Crabtree. Things are hitting right now for Hofstra.
KO showing some more of that aggressiveness, and his 3rd field goal here in the first half. Welcome back, Nathan KO.
Yeah, let's not forget, this guy's a 1,000-point scorer, right? So he's gotten a couple of these baskets in. He knows how to put the ball in the hoop.
Became the 50th Richmond Spider to reach the 1,000-point plateau last year. 10-point lead for Hofstra, and another deep three by Ray misses, and Golden doing it all. The rebound, the dribble into the forecourt, the pass to Crabtree for 3.
Great looking shot from Crabtree, and he's one of those guys you're just waiting to see get going this year, coming off the bench, provide a little bit of that instant offense.
He was just 1 for 6 from long range, but a much better shooter than that, as he showed the Robins Center crowd there and our TV audience, which we welcome you to Richmond, Virginia, and the Robins Center. That is a tough drive by Estrada. Shot missed, and Crabtree back for Richmond. Gilliard looking to find his stroke. Burton has his.
He's just oozing confidence right now, Bob. From the outside, from the inside, this guy's got it going on all cylinders. Tyler Burton having a start.
Shooting 65% from three-point.
Putting up some open threes. Great seeing Crabtree coming off and hit a three, and then Burton in the corner. So they're working the inside-out game. We know we've got a strength down there in the post. We've got to keep exploiting that.
8 straight points, as you saw on your screen just a moment ago for the Spiders. Matt Grace in now for the first time. Grant Golden goes out. Nick Sherrod also in for the first time for Richmond. Zach Cooks being eyeballed by Isaiah Wilson. That's a deep three from Silverio. He misses. Weak side rebound, Burton. Spider run continues. Can it get to double figures? It could with a bucket on this possession. There's Nick Sherrod and Gilliard. 2 of the 1,000-point Spider scorers. Matt Grace has a smaller guy on him. Finds Tyler Burton. That's a tough shot. Punched around by Isaiah Wilson. Kept it alive, but Dubar one-handed it. Caleb Burgess in the game, a 6'2 junior from Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Doesn't look for his shot much. Looks to feed his teammates.
Yeah, 19 assists, 2 turnovers on the year. That's a pretty impressive assist-to-turnover ratio. We got
scored over 1,700 points, did Zach Cooks at NJIT, so that's a good grad transfer fine for Speedy Claxton. 7-point lead for Hofstra, which has led the entire way here in the first half. Isaiah Wilson hanging in the air, tough shot, and out of bounds.
Job with the weak side help. One of the things I think Richmond's got to look at, instead of doing a full reversal, they've got a big man sealed up when the ball is at the top of the key. Maybe a quick pause, looking for that lob over before help side arrives.
Jai Bailey in your picture there, guarding Jalen Ray. Good to see Bailey back. He missed Saturday's game with a bone bruise in his foot. Had a real good workout this afternoon at shoot-around. That is a real good driving layup by Omer Silverio. And the lead back to 9 for the visitors. Gilliard finds Sherrod off the side of the backboard and the rim. Bailey the loose ball. Gilliard from deep. Silverio the rebound. Pride still pretty hot, 11 of 19, 58% here in the first half. From the corner, 3 more. Silverio knocks it down. He's only a 30% three-point shooter, Scott.
Yeah, and you've got that corner 3. That's their 3rd one so far, right? We're giving some help side into the middle. We've got to start thinking about maybe not bringing that much help to the side, because they've hit that now 3 times early on.
Silverio is not afraid to shoot him, though. In the Houston game at the start of the season, he took 15 three-point attempts, 20 field goal attempts. Can't score if you don't shoot. Underneath the basket, the miss, and Bailey comes up with it. As Kayvon Kramer kind of kicking himself, he had a point-blank range look there. Bailey, strong drive, and dish to Burton for the dunk. Jai Bailey to Tyler Burton.
Jai Bailey's got a heck of a game. You look at his length, too, on the defensive end, his ability to get into the lane on offense. He's one of these kids that I'm excited to see as he comes through with his career.
But at the other end, Kayvon Kramer gets deep again against that Spider defense.
You can hardly make a comment here before they're back and scoring. They are very aggressive right now, aren't they?
And they're feeling pretty confident with a 12-point lead here on the Spiders' home court. Matt Grace and Tyler Burton. There you go. Burton already in double figures tonight with a dozen. He's doing it again. He could shoot the Spiders right back into this game. Except that Kramer keeps getting free underneath. He
And that's one thing that Richmond's got to be careful of. They're shooting the ball well. Richmond is from 3, but they've got the advantage in the post with guys like Golden, KO. They can't just settle for the 3 every time. They've got to get the ball down low for some of those easy buckets.
Grant Golden back for Richmond, so is Nathan KO, who's got the ball now. Working his way to the basket, and that's going to be an offensive foul. KO throwing an elbow. It's hard not to call that one, you know?
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Yeah.
That's a tough one.
And no argument from the Spider bench. So it stays an 11-point Hofstra lead. The Pride could grab its biggest lead here. They've led by a dozen in the first half. Burgess, the playmaker, as Scott mentioned, 19 assists, only 2 turnovers. Into the corner for Cooks, and that's another 3. He's got 9, and Hofstra has its biggest lead with 6 minutes to go in the first half. This is a little bit reminiscent of the NC Central game, the first game of the year, when Central led by 14 before the Spiders rallied in the second half. Golden from KO, well done.
Great seal by Grant Golden. Awesome pass from Nathan KO. He was patient too. There was help side. KO held the ball on the wing for a second, help side left, gave a great bounce pass down to Golden.
The lead is a dozen. Burgess traveled. 6 points, a couple of assists here in the first half. Sherrod out, Connor Crabtree back in. Jai Bailey. Golden double team, somebody's open. Jacob Gilliard. We have seen that combination a lot both ways. Golden to Gilliard, Gilliard to Golden. Jake trying to find that long-range shot again. He was just 1 for 9 the past 2 games, and he knocked that one down. Hopefully that gets him going if you're a Spider fan. Dubar's hit a couple of 3s, and he hits that as a 2, and now he's in double figures with 10. He had 10 in the Maryland game Friday night, plus 7 rebounds. Gilliard thought about it and has his pass intercepted by Silverio. It's a 2-on-1 break. Silverio takes it himself. That was good defense.
Some stops right now, having a hard time. Hofstra's just keeping it on. Again, we knew this from the outset. They were going to keep playing, keep shooting no matter what, and they're hitting the ball right now.
Omar Silverio, transfer from Rhode Island. Off the rim, and Burton snatches the rebound. He'll give him that shot, and hopefully it kicks the offense into gear for Richmond. KO in the corner, 2-man game with Gilliard. KO missed that one as he got himself free. Jalen Ray been pretty quiet offensively, just the 1 3-pointer. They haven't needed his firepower yet. Speedy Claxton all the way to midcourt, calling the play. 10 on the shot clock. Cooks, corner. Ray blocked by KO. And the Spiders on the run. KO at the offensive end. Tough cross-court bounce pass. Crabtree whips it to Gilliard, who swishes another 3.
Great to see that from Jacob, hitting these first couple of 3s, getting moving. Outstanding ball movement all the way across that baseline. Crabtree whipped it back over. Nice look from Gilliard.
Gets the Spiders within 8 as we approach the final 3 minutes of the first half. Cooks and Ray, their 2 leading scorers on the season. Dubar to the basket, tough defense by Golden. Spiders making a run, starting at the defensive end. Crabtree, Burton to the basket, count it.
Great poise, great control from Burton. That was a tough pass from Crabtree. Bobbled it, kept it in front. Strong finish right there. Trying to get the Spider faithful up on their feet here to make a couple stops.
They got him going. Burgess is fouled, a rare So the Spiders have it to 7. Hofstra's biggest lead has been 14. Jacob Gilliard has knocked down a couple of threes. That's a good sign for the Spiders. Nick Sherrod. Burton. Pass knocked away. Golden. Burton traveled. That is the Spiders' 7th turnover of the first half. Hofstra only with 2. As we approach 2 minutes, opening half. This is Estrada. Underneath to Kramer. One more pass and a layup by Darlin Stone Dubar. Competitive basketball game from high school to college and the pandemic. Great sign of sportsmanship there from Grant Golden. And from the Pride's perspective, from our perspective, we hope we see him back in the game. 9-point lead for Hofstra, under 2 to go. High-low game, Sherrod to Golden, had it blocked, undeterred, gets it back, rolls it around for a victory lap and 2. He earned that one.
That's right, and that's exactly what we need to see, though. Great pass. That's that high-low pass from the top of the key that Nick Sherrod had to Grant Golden. That's where they got to look for as they move into the second half as well.
Burgess to Jalen Ray. Burton shadowing him. No-look pass and a one-hand dunk by Dubar. He had a career-high 14 against Iona. He has tied his career high in the first half tonight against Richmond. Great look, Burton to Golden. Gets a feeling they can do that almost every time down the court.
That's it all day, right? And it's just a matter of being patient for it. And then eventually there will be some double teams and it will make an even more wide open three-point look or drive to the basket.
Spiders have it to 7 with 50 seconds to go in the half. Sherrod knocks it away. Still 10 to shoot. Ray with a spin, a dish, and Dubar missed it. The Spiders hurry. They could get a 2-for-1. Sherrod. They'll take that 3 from Nick Sherrod.
Great seeing Nick Sherrod hit that open 3. An awesome pass from Burton cross court. I love them taking advantage of that 2-for-1. Too many teams these days don't take advantage of it. Spiders are going to get one more look before the quarter's out.
Not quite. Not quite. Yeah. But they'll take the 3.
They'll take the 3 anytime only.
If they could be within 4 at halftime, that would be a win for Richmond. A deep 3 in the corner by Cooks in the half. Teams practice this all the time. What they can do with 3 seconds, 5 seconds. Gilliard from midcourt. Over the top of the backboard, but still, the Spiders will. No arguments yet tonight from Chris Mooney, either.
Always a good sign that you're doing a good job as an official.
Brian Kersey, supervisor of officials for the A-10, is sitting right behind us, watching the game and watching his officials. We watch the second half. Gilliard fakes it once, now lets it fly. That one missed. Tyler Burton kept it alive, and the Spiders will inbound. They get a second opportunity to score first here in the second half. But Gilliard's pass is stolen by Kramer, and ahead of the field is Cooks to the basket for the layup.
And really, that's probably been the difference in the first half, right? Is that Richmond had 7, now 8 turnovers that turned into some easy buckets for Hofstra. Both teams shooting the ball great. Richmond's got a few more turns of the ball. They got to control that in the second half. That's unlike them. I think they shore that up, they'll be in good shape.
Average 10 turnovers per game, already 8 here in the first half, plus 45 seconds. KO, strong move to the basket and the foul. It's 4 games. 0 for 2 though for Nate. And it stays a 6-point Hofstra lead, 1 minute into the second half. Aaron Estrada spent some good years at St. Peter's, also a little bit of time at Oregon. He was the Rookie of the Year in the MAAC back in 2020. Grant Golden above everybody for the Richmond rebound. His 4th of the game. Spiders have not led yet tonight. Gilliard gave up a clean look to Burton, who has a clean look for 3 more.
Yeah, Gilliard's hit a couple of them, but he knows Tyler Burton has the hot hand right now. Great one more pass. Now it's time to get a stop on this end.
4th assist for Gilliard, 17 points for Tyler Burton. Jumper misses by Estrada, but Ray with the bounce on the rebound. Now Zach Cooks with 11 points. Wilson with the steal. Headmans it to Gilliard. Good ball movement here by the Spiders. Can they turn the turnover into points? A 3 ball would get us even. KO gets it to a 1-point game.
Those moves right in the middle, be it the high-low to Golden or KO being aggressive right from the top of the key. Hofstra has not been able to find a solution to that. Great drive by KO.
Spiders look like they're wearing them down just a little bit right now. And if you can take care of the ball and play good defense, you'd be feeling pretty good. Easier said than done. The Spiders have a chance to take their first lead of the game. Some high wire acts there by Wilson and Burton. And now back down on the floor. Gilliard for the lead. December 3rd between 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. We look forward to seeing you there.
Yeah, and here we go. We get coming out of the first half break. Richmond really moving the ball. Nice and one from Gilliard over to Burton, and some great defense. Here we go. KO being aggressive right from that top of the key. That's a strong opening right now against that Hofstra defense. And then a nice look kick out to Gilliard. Spiders are starting to click on offense, but more importantly, they're starting to make some stops on defense. The jumpers that were going in the first half for Hofstra are starting to hit the rim. Let's see if Spiders can keep going with this run.
8 straight points. Richmond by 2. The speedy Claxton called timeout. The floater misses by Cooks, and Wilson comes out of there with it. The trailer is Golden, and now Gilliard, who's hit 3 threes tonight. KO again with the height advantage, and he takes advantage of it. Nathan KO in double figures tonight with 10.
Bob, and that's just the smarts of a veteran. He knew he used that arm in the first half, and it was captured. This time just working his butt. Slow moves back for an easy bucket in.
Dubar to the basket. He misses the first one, but relentlessly follows it in. He's their leading scorer tonight with 16. Spiders have done a great job. Jalen Ray has just 1 3-point field goal in the game. KO again. Golden. KO through the double team. Gilliard. Another one.
Tyler Burton returning the favor to Gilliard on that 3. Beautiful cross-court pass. Gilliard is feeling it.
His 4th 3-pointer. And the Spiders enjoy their biggest lead. Tough jump hook by Kayvon Kramer. Where would they be without him and Dubar?
Yeah, those two guys are really stepping up for them as Ray and Cooks have been relatively quiet. With fans watching on TV, you're getting a good offensive display from both teams right now.
And that'll bring us to
on the floor where we know we've got some bigger guys to help out in the paint.
Spider ball. Grace, nice catch of the inbound to Burton with a great finish.
Just can't stop that, Bob. I mean, he is unstoppable with that drive and that strength. It looks like he's added 5 or 10 pounds of muscle to that upper body. Real tough offensive player.
Spiders equal their biggest lead at 5. Ray to Kramer over Grace for 2 more for Kayvon Kramer. And he's got 14. All rookie team standout a year ago in the CAA. Wilson, dribble drive, KO. Now Gilliard. Whipped it to Wilson. No look to KO. To the basket for 2 more. What great patience, Scott Unger.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, Coach Mooney yesterday at practice, he was constantly saying the word calm as the guys were getting into the offense. Calm from the wing, calm in the post, see the surroundings and react. That's exactly what Nathan Kao is doing.
Best offensive game of the season for Kao. He's got a dozen. Ray contested by Tyler Burton. And Ray is shaken up and down on the floor. 5 on 4 here for Richmond. Wilson missed the three, Grace the rebound. Wilson again. And the rebound pulled down by Kayvon Kramer, and that will stop play out of him. You hope that's all it is, right?
Yeah.
As painful as that is. All right, we'll see how Hofstra responds to their fallen star on the bench now. 5-point Richmond lead equals the Spiders' biggest. And that'll be off the ball. Tyler Burton may have gotten called for that one. Zach Cooks, 4 for 8 tonight. Couple of three-pointers. Taking it to the rack for 2.
Yeah, and Cook's really going to have to step up here for as long as Ray is on the bench. He's been a little bit quiet, but we know he can be some instant offense.
Could almost see it in that move,
Yeah.
couldn't you? That he knew he's going to have to be the man here. Sherrod around the rim and out. And Kramer, another rebound. His 6th to go with 14 points. Dubar in double figures with 16. Caleb Burgess, that's a deep 3 off the heel of the rim by Estrada. And Connor Crabtree comes out of there with it. Been a pretty physical game, Scott. You see both sides kind of making sure they get their second wind here. Golden double teamed. Sherrod's pass is off of the hand of Matt Grace and out
In the middle is a good cut by Matt Grace, just a little too hard from Nick Sherrod on that pass. But I like the look.
That'll be the Spiders' 9th turnover. But only 2 here in the second half. They had 7 at halftime. And that was a bounce pass from Burgess and come back to take the lead.
Yeah, you know, Coach Beilein always talked about taking things in 4-minute segments, right? Win those segments, and this is what he'd be talking about, just like Coach Mooney. It's a 40-minute game. Win each of those 4-minute segments, and that's what you're starting to see the Spiders do here in the second half.
And both Coach Mooney, the Spiders' all-time winningest coach, and Hall of Fame coach John Beilein spent some time together at that Hall of Fame event, and Coach Mooney gave Coach Beilein a tour of the new Queel.
It's a wonderful, wonderful building and just a great recruiting tool that U of R is going to have for players. They see something like that. That's a real big appeal when I'm thinking about where I want to go.
Nice look by Grant Golden. Ball knocked out of bounds. Nathan Kao was going up for at least a layup, if not a dunk. Now 3 on the shot clock here. The Spiders have to identify that. They do. The experience. Gilliard. Kao to the basket for the dunk.
That's the 3rd time in a row from underneath the backboard that Jacob Gilliard has had that little bounce pass. 2 of the 3 we've gotten baskets. Great finish by Kao.
It is so much fun. You almost root for the ball to get knocked out of bounds over the baseline against Richmond because it's so much fun to watch their inbounds plays. That was a pretty good-looking 3 by their number 3, Zach Cooks.
Yeah, and he's starting to chitter-chatter a little bit. You can see that swagger is brimming with Cooks right now.
Well, he's now got 16 points. And it's a 2-point Richmond lead, under 11 minutes to go. Golden to Kao
Great
again.
pass. You know, Grant Golden's only put in 8 points so far today, but he is doing an outstanding job from the top of the key. That's his 5th assist on the night, finding Kao. It's like these guys have been playing together for a little bit, Bob.
He has moved ahead of Scott Stapleton for 7th on Richmond's all-time assist list to go with all his points and rebounds and blocks and field goals. And a layup from the left side by Aaron Estrada, who now has 4. Had 12 points, 9 rebounds, career high 9 rebounds in the Maryland game last week. And again, a 2-point game. Sherrod, as he's falling down to Crabtree, spins around the rim and out. And back comes Cooks. Over KO, and he got it to go. And you're right, Scott, Cooks has taken over for them offensively. Tied at 61 with 9:40 to go. And a Richmond turnover and a run out for Hofstra. Dubar to the basket, missed the layup, and the tip by Estrada lips out. And now the Spiders on the run. Sherrod for the lead.
Great finish, great body control by Nick Sherrod. He knew the defender was going to try to take that charge. Nice control from Sherrod. Microwave Johnson from the Detroit Pistons to come in, give some instant offense, hit a couple threes, provide that strong leadership.
Taking to the roll, that was the best part of what you just said about what Sherrod did. That basket will not count. Isaiah Wilson on the foul before Cooks made the move to the basket. Game. Zach Cooks trying to take over. Wilson has that assignment right there. That was a tough shot and good defense by the sophomore guard. Chris Mooney has said time and time again, Isaiah Wilson is going to be one of the great defensive players, defensive guards at Richmond. Of course, he's playing with probably the greatest right now in Jacob Gilliard.
He's got a good mentor right there next to him, doesn't he?
Golden spinning down the lane for 2. How about that move by Grant Golden? It was kind of a weight room conditioning move by Grant, you know? To the basket for a reverse layup. That was impressive by Darlin Stone Dubar with a career high 18. KO again gets himself deep to the basket. Unselfishly gives it up to Golden. Gilliard to Burton. A little bit too strong that time. Estrada used a screen, tip missed, and Burton the rebound. Tyler Burton, 19 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. Deep 3 by Jake. And Hofstra will have another chance to tie or take the lead. Cooks underneath the basket to Kramer, and the foul.
Keep me on the podium, Black. Keep me on the podium.
1 of 2 at the free throw line for Kayvon Kramer, and it's a 1-point game. Gilliard, Wilson, Burton, Sherrod, and KO. Smaller team on the court because Hofstra is a small team. Coach Mooney can afford to put this lineup out there. Burton got double teamed and smothered as Kramer blocked the shot. He's got 18 tonight.
The KO of old. I think all Spider fans are excited to see Nathan playing. He's got such confidence right now.
Remember last year he opened the season with those great games against Kentucky at the Kentucky tournament. Was the MVP of that one. Ray is back. He missed that one though. And Sherrod the rebound. It was a good look. But that's good news for Hofstra to have their star back in the game. Spiders by 3. Biggest lead has been 5 for Richmond. Burton in a lot of trouble down there.
Got to extend this 3-point lead before we get to the 4-minute break.
10 on the shot clock. Golden. Gilliard gonna have to let it fly. On Richmond and 2 on Hofstra.
Yep, been a pretty clean game.
Yeah, it really
Richmond's doing
has.
a good job. You know, that last play, Bob, Coach Mooney, I'm sure, shaking his head, hoping after a called timeout to get a good play drawn up. Unfortunately, didn't get a good shot on that one.
Ray and Cooks in the backcourt. Cooks drives on Wilson, who played good defense on him, forced a tough layup attempt. And Grant Golden with the rebound. Wilson at the other end to KO. Gilliard, quick hands. Great find for 3 for Tyler Burton. Another 20-point game for Burton. He has 22, back-to-back 20-plus points, 5th of his career. Biggest lead for Richmond. Five minutes to go. Jalen Ray dribbled it off his leg and out of bounds.
Boy, I feel like this is Groundhog Day, how many times we've seen that one tonight.
The assist for Gilliard, his 6th. Burton now 4 for 8 from beyond the arc. Spiders have some hot hands right now. Who are they going to go to? Unselfishly, KO to Golden for 3.
Beautiful play by Nathan KO. We were waiting for when Golden was going to get an open 3. Perfect time for it, and the senior knocked it down.
4 assists tonight for KO to go along with his 18 points. I just happened to glance at the Hofstra bench when Golden made that shot, and all of their assistant coaches just turned their backs on the court in disgust, as if, no, that couldn't happen. Spiders all of a sudden by 9. With 4 minutes to go. Wilson thread the needle, bounce pass to KO, and now to Gilliard. Wow, Jacob Gilliard's 5th three-pointer, and the Spiders are hitting on all cylinders. This is a 26-point turnaround. Hofstra led by 14 in the first half. The Spiders, Jacob Gilliard. And those are the second half numbers for Coach Mooney's team. 15 of 25 and 6 more three-pointers. So a dozen three-pointers tonight for Richmond. Averaging 11 per game. Cooks to the basket, missed it, and Golden the rebound. The Spiders' experience and depth have really shown here in the second half. And you talked about it on our Luck Chevrolet keys to the game. Which team would have that bounce back ability after tough losses on the road? And right now it's looking good for Richmond. Gilliard got the foul, missed the 3. Gilly 2 out of 3 at the line, he'll take that. And the Spiders are up 14. Gilliard with 17 tonight, his season high. With 3 minutes to go. Near steal by Jacob. Nice rebound by Tyler Burton. Spiders have really tightened the screws defensively. Hofstra 9 of 25 in the second half. Gilliard. Burton left that one short, and another rebound for Kayvon Kramer, who's had a terrific game for Hofstra. Almost a double-double, 15 and 8. 2:20 to go. Ball knocked away. Isaiah Wilson all over the floor. Jaquan Carlos, a 6-foot freshman.
Scores are both on the bench.
But the Spiders did a pretty good job on Cooks. Just looked at the stat line. He's got 18 points. Can you have a quiet 18? And Ray has only 3. He's been banged up. 1 for 6 from the floor. That 3 by Estrada misses. And the Spiders have this one in hand now with 2 minutes to go. They trailed by 14 in the first half. They lead by 14 in the second half. Isaiah Wilson with the teardrop. And Dubar with the rebound. Carlos misses. Ko with a rebound. And he has been terrific tonight. Nathan Ko breaking out of it. We'll make sure Isaiah Wilson's okay there. He slipped. And Nathan Ko and Tyler Burton coming out together. I think that's appropriate, isn't it?
Absolutely. Those two had just outstanding games today, offensively, defensively as well. They were real energizers. See them in practice yesterday. These are two athletic, talented players who are going to have an impact in their careers here.
Absolutely. Jai Bailey there with the basketball. Finding Randolph. On cue. Talk nice about him, they do something nice.
Except when it comes to free throws, right, Bob?
Marcus Randolph, his first collegiate points. Comes on this three-pointer on the assist from Jai Bailey. Right in front of the bench, which went delirious on the shot. Spiders will go to 3-2. They are 3-0 at home. It'll be a happy flight to the Bahamas tomorrow night for Richmond, and they'll focus on Maryland coming up on Thursday, a team that beat Hofstra by just 2 on Friday, a team that George Mason beat earlier this year. Grace misses the layup, and one more attempt here for Hofstra in the final 15 seconds. And that's a three that bounces in for Silverio. 81-68 is what your final score will be from the Robins Center. Spiders get a measure of revenge from last year when Hofstra knocked off Richmond here at the Robins Center. Spiders win it tonight by a final score.